Hi, hello. Good evening.
Halo,
Hello. I thought that you have some um apa dadakan in English ya?
no,
Dadakan event.
no, I just
So I
started.
just called. Yeah, I just called in the group.
Yeah.
Okay. So how are you, hello?
I'm doing good.
You're doing great ya. Yang doing great ya. Apa? Great ya. Oke.
Yeah,
Wait. Do you have your dinner already?
yeah.
What did you eat?
Uh, made some, made some tempeh. Yeah,
Tempe.
yeah,
Tempe and rice.
yeah.
Wait ya. Nah, okay. So we'll start our lesson today then ya. Uh, Hello, do you still remember what was the last material that we learned?
Like animation
Yes,
in
it's about animations.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. So what is an animation? Still remember about it?
When some, what is it like when an object moves? You can say like when an object moves. There's some animation to it.
Yes,
Yeah,
totally correct. Yeah. So basically when we are talking about animation, it's like a picture that moving. Yeah,
yeah.
correct. So we'll continue our lesson and it will be about asynchronous and BOM. BOM. So usually we are learn about DOM or document object model, but today we learn about BOM. So the first is asynchronous. What does asynchronous mean?
Well, actually, no, I don't know what asynchronous means.
Okay, so sometimes
Uh,
during the COVID, yeah, when I was still in a college, I think asynchronous it's like the class that conducted mm, by doing the self learning. So you do the learning process like reading the modules by yourself, and synchronous is like directly you are using a Zoom meeting. Okay, so similar with that concept when we are talking about asynchronous in a JavaScript, that means you are trying to connect to the data, but not directly to the database. Do you know? What do you think? Why we don't have to go to the database directly?
Guess we can
Hmm?
um, bring it with the asynchronous.
Yes, and also it's more fragile, yeah, when you are trying to connect to the database directly because sometimes it's like easily to be hacked. Others can get your data in the database using your network. Yeah, so that's why we are trying to use as asynchronous. Yeah. So that's it. That is an asynchronous. Yeah, synchronous means. So the point is that set timeout is asynchronous functions. Asynchronous is a tool that allows to execute some commands outside the main thread while preventing the main code from being blocked. Okay, so it's other way to run the code.
Ah,
Okay, so it's just other options. Now, so today we will learn about the principle of working with asynchronous functions and also asynchronous with anim.js and information allocations and put knowledge into practice. So yeah, you already did explained
animation.
to animations and it's totally correct. And today we'll learn about asynchron. So the first thing is I already mentioned to you like there is also synchronous for the antonym of this asynchronous. Yeah. So synchronous, it's like this console. Yeah, this is a synchronous code. Yeah. So when we are talking about synchronous code, it's like yeah, everything is clear on the code. Yeah, so you can see, oh yeah, this code is just printing the I algorithms. I love algorithms. Okay. Now, so there is the following concept in just call stack. A call stack is a data structure that stores information about the subroutines being executed. With it, JS monitors which function is currently being executed and where it should return the result. Okay, so it's like sequencing code. Yeah, call stack is like a sequencing. Now, you can also set a timeout, yeah, for printing the inside. For example, you want to print the inside. That means it will print after the 3000 milliseconds. Yeah, for the inside itself. After that, it will print. Okay. Now, if set timeout were added to the stack on the same principle, the entire script would stop completely for those 3 seconds. How does set timeout work then? So we are trying to use a callback queue. Yeah, an anonymous functions from set timeout gets into a separate queue, callback queue. Yeah, so it's called a callback, and you will try to use even loop is a manager for asynchronous calls in JS that allows to manage the stack and queue so that everything goes according to plan. Yeah, so you don't have to write your code sequentially. So it's not like oh after line one you will go to the lines to the second line to the third line and etc. But you can jump and back again. Yeah, it depends on the set timeout itself. Now we are using also at event listener is also an asynchronous functions. If the script waited for the event that to occur and did not execute further synchronous code, it will be not good. Yeah, so it depends on the event. Yeah. Now similar with animations, if you're trying to use animations, you can use set timeout. Yeah, that means your animation will run 10 milliseconds. Then yeah, the program will or your program will end. Okay.
Yeah.
Now the next one is promise or promise. Function wait to be called in the micro task queue, callback queue. Yeah. For this purpose, promise exists in GS. Yeah. Promise is an object that links the code that return a result with the code that should receive the result. Yeah. Here's how promises are created. Do you get it? Promise
Well,
an object that links the code that returns a result with the code that should receive the result. Oh my God, it's English. Do you get it?
um, uh, is the resolve and reject just a function?
Hmm?
Is the resolve and reject in the code of just a function or
Actually, like that. It's similar like if and also else. So when you are trying to run the functions, it will give you the result. But if it's error, then it will give you the reject.
Like true or false?
Yes, it's about true or false. It depends on the condition itself. Okay, so you already know about the new. It's creating an object from the class. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it will create a new object called promise from the promise class. Then it will run the functions. Yeah. If the functions run correctly, I mean there's no error, then it will return the result.
If
But
it,
if it's error, like for example, you create an input, but the user supposed to input a number. Instead, there are input the text. Nah, so it will give you a reject. Okay, like that ya.
yeah.
Ya, oke, so continue ya. Now, resolve is a callback function available within promise. It should be called inside an asynchronous functions at the last movement. This is how promise finds out the function has completed. Reject is also a function, but we won't consider it. Yeah, because yeah, it depends on the function itself. Yeah. Now you can also make like this resolve done 5,000 milliseconds. Now promise both blocks will be animated simultaneously. So you will create this one, a name, yeah. Now promise this is because under the hood of the main functions, the element of changes frame by frame, and each frame of one animation goes into the queue along with the frame of the second animations. Now like this, yeah, as I told you, it's one of the way to create a promise. Let finish, then call the functions, but there's no error condition in here.
It's just
Yeah, it just
run,
check this one. If it's run correctly, then it will
then
run the next one.
run the other one.
Mhm. So to sum up, asynchrony is a tool that allows you to unload the main execution stack. Yeah, basically, you're not trying to directly access it. You can move the order of the program. Due to asynchrony, the set timeout and add even listener commands work. The anim function returns an object from which you can get a promise and perform sequential animations. Yeah. Have any questions? Not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet. Okay. So the next one is browser and environment. Yeah. JavaScript. JavaScript can work not just with a page. The most striking example is the alert command. Yeah. So you already know it's not only the page, but the browser. JavaScript can control it also. Yeah. So how can we control the whole browser using JavaScript? So JavaScript can be used in the browser, on the server, or in an electric kettle. Yeah. So in each case, the script has its own environment. Environment is like the library that you can use. For example, for the browser or for the page, you can use the animations library. But for the browser, maybe it's different. Yeah, you can use other one. Now, so the BOM is called BOM or browser object model. That means you can take the element of the browsers like DOM. Yeah. Instead of manipulating the HTML element, you will manipulating the browser. Yeah. So yeah, the structure is like this. So the BOM is the first priority, and then the next one is the DOM. Now, how can you do that? So the first one, location is one of the BOM objects. You can use the href, the reload, assign, replace, other functions like this. Yeah. The reload method obviously reload the page. You can also reload the page, assign, replace, yeah, and also locations. In HTML, you can use a, yeah, but in JavaScript, you can use geolocation and also language. If the language is ES, yeah, you can change the language to the Spanish. But if the navigator language is an NN, EN, interface language to English. Okay, so sometimes you see the browser that has several languages, yeah.
Yeah.
So we modify it using JavaScript. Okay, the next one, the latitude and also the map, you can use JavaScript in here. That's all. Have any question, Elo, so far?
So no, also, where on
Hmm.
what do you mean in the navigator one?
Which one?
Can you go back
Based on
to the one?
this one. Yeah.
Uh, no, the one with navigator. Can you go back? I
Navigating.
think it's like yeah,
Oh,
navigator. More back.
this one.
No, the one that focuses on just like navigator at the top.
This one?
Yeah. I
Mm-mm.
thought you said
So
like
yeah,
we can only use this with like a language, right? Or like with a specific language or on like just using JavaScript.
I think there's a library for it, but yeah, for the example, for the easiness,
It's
you can use a
only
JavaScript.
JavaScript.
Yeah. Okay. Have any other
Okay.
questions?
Mm,
Not yet?
still, yeah. Not yet.
Not
Not
yet.
yet.
Okay. Okay. So we'll continue then to the exercise. Please share your screen. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, number 14.
How much corrects there?
Wait. Three, sorry, four correct answers, yeah. Yeah.
Wait, was it three or four?
Um, four. Four correct answers. Yes. Mm. This one no. This one correct.
This is
Mm, not as well. It's asynchronous here.
this.
No, this one. Advanced listener. Okay.
Okay.
There are three correct answers.
Since
Hmm. Yeah, correct. Good job. What happened to your eye? Do you
oh
want to
wait,
wash it? Maybe go to the
I think
bathroom?
I think I need to wash it.
Okay.
Uh,
What happened with your eye?
I'm
Hmm?
going to do some minion.
Maybe you want to put some install install. What is it? Medicine for the eye.
Yeah, maybe, but it just hurts so bad. It's alright.
Yeah, I think yeah, less with the hand. Don't touch it with your hand. Yeah, sometimes it just give you
Alright, good
some.
call.
Yeah, it's itchy, but if you put some hand in there, it will give a bad effect.
Mm. So with this, so
The I love algorithmic, yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so the first thing we need to fix, yeah, the third function, yeah. No, you can use the quotations, but use the slash in there. The quotation, yeah, don't forget. Yes, resolve and project, apa reject, and to call this functions or to call this promise, you can use like this. Yes, a timeout functions, and then the first is second, and then resolve for the 2000 milliseconds, and call the third. Hmm, this one. You don't have to use the open parenthesis in there. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Hmm. Wait, this one. See, it 2000 milliseconds. That means you need to wait. Yeah, for it
okay.
to be print. Okay. Have any questions?
What does it do if I do the reject one there? If I run reject, is it just not gonna run this?
Wait, can you repeat that again? What is it?
This one says resolve. If I put reject, does it just not run it?
No. Uh, remember about this one, yeah? So it will, about the promise, it will run the result. That means this one will be run. Yeah. This
Yeah.
this line of code will try
Mhm.
to run the body of the promise. And if it's not run, then it will reject. Reject, that means nothing happened.
Oh, wait. Well, this is just to test it, and if it's working, it's gonna run it.
Yes, it's just the operators. Yeah, so
Okay.
it's like when you try to create a function def in a Python. So it's like a def. Yeah, so
Yeah.
already as the operators. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, continue.
Just want JavaScript.
Yes.
Or do I need to use promise?
Hmm?
Do I need to use promise for this one? The promise thing. Do I use?
Uh, no, you're not using a promise, but you're using the finish anim.
I mean,
It's
okay.
animation, right? So you will create animation in here.
Can I make a move again?
Hmm?
Can I make, yeah, move the object?
Nah, so like this. Yeah, you're trying to use a translate. Actually, for the yeah, the first thing is you need to get the HTML object and then the animations.
Okay.
Okay. So, have any questions?
Uh,
This one Mario Bros.
click on it, spins. Is
It's
this
similar with the previous one, yeah, but different.
random? Do I need to import or do I just pick the target?
What?
Do I need an import or do I just target it? Like, do I have to put this? here, or just say target is this?
Both.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So how can we do that? It's a little bit long.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to select the Mario and then the inner width. After that, using the animation JavaScript, yeah. Wait, let me move it away so it's not clashing.
What? This disappears.
Disappears?
Yeah, he disappears when I click it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a click. You need to click it.
Yeah, but he just disappears.
Um, is it correct? Is all the code correct? No, you don't have to change anything. Just change the JavaScripts. You can make it smaller. Or you can change the order. The inner width need to come after the query selector.
The what?
Uh, Change the line 4 to the line 6. Hmm, Met random max min. Hmm. I think there's no difference in here. Can you just copy it from the chats?
Sure.
I couldn't see. Is there any difference in here? You can yeah, paste, copy and paste it, all of it.
Oh, it just doesn't work. Okay.
So yeah, there's a typo a little bit, I think, but I couldn't see it.
Okay.
Okay, check all the boxes here and then go to the second sections.
Good one.
No, no, go back.
With this
Hmm,
one.
number two.
much should there?
Hmm, three correct answers. This is correct. Nope. This is correct. Yes. Four correct answers. Correct. Correct. Nope. Correct. Yes. Okay. For the rest, we can continue, yeah. In the next session. So, have any questions so far? Hello for today lessons.
Uh, no, not really. Just confused why the last code didn't work.
Yeah, the Mario Bros. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think there's so many line of codes. We need to review it later on. Yeah. So if you have any question from the fine code, just ask me in the next session, yeah, to review it. Okay, have any other question again?
No, no, I think that's it.
Okay. So the next session we'll continue our lesson about strings and cookies, and that is the ends of the JavaScript. The next one you will learn about the quiz project. So yeah, we will try to create our project in the
Yeah.
JavaScript, yeah, for the next sessions. If you don't have any questions, we will dismiss our class for today. Goodbye, Ella.
All right.
Good evening.
Goodbye.
Thank you, yeah.